welcome back, family, to another. Well, actually, it's uh, the second episode in the Platinum Guest Series, and I am here with my sister Jay. Rounds of applause. Yes, yes. As well as my beautiful niece Jojo. Rounds of applause again. Yes, yes. And we are doing this interview in Machida, Japan. Like that, Machida, Machida. I want to use a different pronunciation. It's wrong. Machida, Machida, Tokyo, Japan. I believe that's the correct lineage of it, the progression of it as it were. So we will be asking a couple of questions about. I don't want to say being black in Japan, but living abroad in Japan, the experiences that you all have been having as a professional, as a student, overall life, how you've been dealing with things, being abroad, what the significant event, uh, minimal event, so on and so forth, and how you connected to your community at large, and kind of explore a little bit the uh, the culture around and how you've assimilated, or if you've assimilated, or better yet, how you've adapted into it. Right. So that's those are going to be the series of questions. And my beautiful niece asked me what type of questions we were going to be getting. That's what it is. As you can see, nothing is scripted. Everything is going to be genuine uh, questions right here, just so you know that I'm listening, I'm paying attention, and I'll hear you say something, and I'll respond accordingly, right? To ask you another question to see if you want to go a little bit deeper into that actual answer. All right. So you ready? All right, family. So let's. Hi. Hi. So let's. I guess let's start with the easy thing, which is going to be introducing yourselves. Of course, Jay, you've been on the podcast before. It was a while ago, but we can go back through that. Reintroduce yourselves, say what you do, and know what you don't have to give age, Jojo. Don't worry about giving an age. But say who you are and maybe a hobby or two, what you like doing, what you've like begun to like to do in Japan. So age first. Yeah, you first. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I love that. I've been watching you since I've been here visiting. Excuse me. And very impressive. But we'll talk about that a little more later on throughout the show. All right. Anything else you want to share with us? No? Nani? Yeah. All right, obrigado. Obrigado. Okay, Keith. Let's reintroduce you to the show and welcome back again. All right. Oh. Mm. Mm-mm.
No, I'm Jay. I'm James' sister, illustrious, fabulous sister. I want
Mhm.
to. I am black. You have to understand. Um, when you talk about hobbies, I'm a music aficionado for sure.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. I love to read. I'm actually currently reading a book about the metaverse. True story.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. I'm reading another one about metacognitions after. I'm a mental health therapist, and I'm my best life out here in Japan. I do mental health talk here in Japan, and also just trying to understand.
Okay.
It's a kid.
Yeah. And so we'll we'll stay on this side of the room for a quick second. Tell us a little bit more about your profession, how long you've been doing it, and uh, you don't have to get too far into detail, but what you do as far as your job is concerned over here in Japan, like a little more in-depth description of that.
Well, as a licensed practitioner, I've been doing this for about over 10 years for sure as a licensed
Mm,
practitioner. I'm also qualified supervisors means I teach therapists how to therapize. That's not a real word, y'all. Don't come for me.
yeah.
Um, as far as my job, I work with military service members and their families, as well as military contractors in a therapeutic sense. It's a therapeutic work.
Okay, that's good. And so you are working on an actual installation. You're working with service members. Is it one specific branch or is it multi-compo or?
Well, it could be no, not one particular branch. Primarily the installation I serve. I see those service members. I can see any branch. So if somebody from the Air Force, Army could come over to maybe they see me.
Okay.
I see everybody.
And so is it individualized? Is it group or is it a mixture of?
Um, it's a mixture of modalities. I can do individual, group therapy, family therapy, couples therapy,
Mm,
crisis intervention, and I also do case management.
okay. Good. Good, good, good. Thank you for that. So being Jojo, yes, I won't say your nickname, sweetheart. I'll keep that. That's not public knowledge or information. You see, I caught myself the other day when we were meeting your friends. Yeah, yeah, I caught myself at first, and then it kind of slipped out a little bit. But you know, yeah, they didn't catch it. They didn't catch it. I'm, yeah, I was pretty sure of it. I almost called it bean juice a couple of times, and it didn't happen. Anyway, so tell us about your school because I was pretty impressed. I wanted to take a tour. I don't think I'll have a chance this round, but I will next time. So tell, tell us about your school.
Okay, so my school is a pretty small school. I'll say in total, maybe around 400 or 500 students,
You said that's small.
yeah,
Okay.
including kindergarten,
Oh,
through all
okay.
of that. So that may be the first day, but K through 12.
Hmm.
And it's an IB school, which means they have an international baccalaureate program. I don't know much about that program, but I know that you spend around over 100 hours on specific tasks that you choose, and then you take an exam at the end of the year for your credit. Not the end of the year, at the end of the 2 year program for those credits. So I know about IB.
So when you say a baccalaureate, does that mean that you're actually by the time you get finished, if you continue the program through to the end, as far as where you are right now, will you actually end up with a degree, or does it just simply help assist with credits towards a degree?
I think it helps us with the credit score degree,
Okay.
so that's like end up with an associate.
Ah, she could end up with an associate. Good, 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 good. Look, that's great. That's great. That puts you ahead of the game, and you are already ahead of your peers in many, many different stands. So, what is it you like about your school? And I was happy to meet your friends, by the way. So, let them know that we're going to be pushing this out. You're famous now.
What I like about my school, I like I like how small it is. It makes it more intimate,
Mm,
in my opinion. As in my classmates, I know most of them, well, all of them actually. I know their names. I know something about them. I most likely hang out with them. It's just good to know my classmates on a personal level.
mm-hmm.
And as well as my teachers, like I know my teachers, we have conversations, they know my name. Even if that teacher doesn't speak to me, they'll still know my name. It's nice. Really nice.
So, will your teachers move with you from one one grade to the next, or do you have a I don't know what's going on, a new group of teachers when you get to the next grade?
So typically it would be a new group of teachers, but I think that this year they're moving up. So I'm very
Oh,
excited
that's
about
exciting. Yeah, that makes things a little bit easier. The stress is generally lower because it's a familiar face and you know this sound and know you, right?
my class. They're really do things, but honestly, you're the best. You get the best flavors.
Mm,
You like to go all the way to the exhibition week, which is basically like
mm.
where'd you go? You went to Taiwan.
You went to Taiwan?
Taiwan.
Wow.
It's
That's
actually
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
You go out in town, so is it that what it is? It's good. So it's out in town, but you use an English-based curriculum.
Okay. And so when you say you're using English-based curriculum, the primary language is English. And do you all have any cultural education, any Japanese language that's spoken and taught as well?
Definitely, because people, like, most of the people speak Japanese, so it's definitely spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Japanese classes. And then once you get into the IT program, they have a language and culture class. And I know that it's
Mm. Sounds fun. I'm gonna be looking forward to hearing about that in the future.
taking it.
You are gonna take it. All right. So moving back over to mom, when we were talking earlier, and you mentioned you had two master's degrees, right? What are those degrees in? And take us along your educational journey as well, because I remember when you were going through that process.
Y'all, what, you want to hear about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have one in clinical psychology and one in counseling psychology.
Mhm.
That wasn't on purpose, by the way. Just how things turned out and rolled out. Let's see here. What do you want to know?
How long did it take you to finalize your master's degrees, and uh, was it worth it, or is it worth it?
Not.
No.
It absolutely is worth it. Yeah, and I think in terms of education, everybody can get a degree, right? You know what I'm saying? I think that it depends on what you want to do. It just happens to be that's what I needed to get to where I wanted to go.
Okay.
Honestly. So a master's degree, depending on the program, is a 2 years post bachelor's degree, and then another 2 years of direct contact with clients. So in order to be licensed, so you do your 2 years post bachelor's degree, then you have to do 2 more years of face to face, therapy, and it has to be, individuals, families, couples, etc. Multi-modalities. After that, you take a national license exam in the state that in the state of Florida,
Hmm.
and then after you pass the licensing exam with a passing score, you're able to practice independently. You become licensed. So I guess 8 years.
And so you had your own practice for a while, right?
I did.
So talk about that a little bit, because that was pretty exciting. You were getting out there. You,
It was pretty exciting, y'all.
yeah, to at least be able to observe,
Yeah,
right?
it was rewarding. It was interesting. I did, yeah, it was quite successful. I loved it. Yeah, it was an opportunity to service a lot of clients who otherwise would not have received services because I had a virtual platform. So that's perfect.
And how long did you have it?
I just did that. I started the private practice at the beginning, full on. Like every now and again, I would see a few clients, so I would do some public speaking under my LLC. And then when COVID hit, I went full throttle.
Mm.
Full throttle. So I would work my regular job and then just went full throttle private practice. And it's been really just got out of control, honestly.
Yeah,
Great problem to have.
indeed. It's a great virtual problem. I love it. I remember you doing it and talking to you sometimes. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta go. I got a client that's about to call in. That's funny. So just a little bit of background, and I'll let you talk about this, because you have a background in the military also. And for those who have watched us on the family bloodline for a long amount of time, you know that I'm also uh, currently still serving. So tell us about your military background, because I think people forget that you had a pretty extensive career.
Ah, so I did 11 years active duty Navy.
That's extensive.
Yeah. 2 ships. I was a plane going of one, a commissioned one ship. We were warfare qualified. Navy. I was definitely a sea dog, salty sea dog.
Okay.
stayed in the East. So I did Amsterdam,
Hmm.
and I was stationed abroad as well.
Yeah. So where all were you stationed?
Uh,
Because you went to a couple of these places,
I
right?
went on a ship. I went on deployment. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's
Mhm.
cool to y'all, let you there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was all over the. I was an East Coast player, so that means I went everywhere from South America, Africa, Mediterranean, Middle East. Quite a few places on the East Coast, Eastern Hemisphere. Then I was stationed in Iceland, so the North Atlantic, and from there I traveled abroad to Europe quite a bit. Um,
And I never asked you this. At least I can't remember asking you this. But did you ever go south of the equator?
yeah,
And so did is there a ceremony when you do that?
yeah,
There is. Okay. Because
still back.
yeah, I was there was one guy, and the guy he was obnoxious, and he was former Navy. He came over to the Army, and nobody liked him because of his personality. He was like, oh yeah, 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 I went south of the equator. And everybody was like, oh, wow,
Yeah, he should have
what
done
does that mean? Well, we had a ceremony and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I can trust the truth. What you saying? I'm gonna ask my sister. You lying?
It's a still back. Now, I
Okay,
can't disclose what you have to do, what it entails.
sure.
But yes, there indeed is a ceremony. You can opt out of it, but if you know you're leaving the street for it.
Yeah, you don't think that?
I did it. Y'all want a small board. And there were
Mm.
like 30 women on there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think personally, I think you had an extensive military career.
Yeah.
Most people don't get to 11 years of uh, commendable service. We have a lot of people who have to part ways with the service for whatever reason years before that. So thank you for your service. Absolutely. Yeah. So I keep wanting to call you that. I think it's the cutest name for you. I don't know if I ever told you why I gave you that nickname that I'm not going to say it again. Did I ever tell you why? And you were like little people called coffee a cup of Joe, right?
Oh.
And you would be active, and I was like, oh, that's my little. Anyway, so yes, until I came in the house and you would take off
Hilarious.
full stride and you
Walker.
wasn't that you'd be gone.
Crawl up my leg.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. So, what do you? Well, you got. Let's talk about current, future, next year or two. And I know you got to go because you got class in the morning, so I won't keep you too much longer than this. But you got current summer, and then we'll talk about the goals within the next 2 to 5 years, and then we'll talk about what you want to do and be professionally. Because that's exciting to me. It's really exciting to me. When I was talking to your friend, I was really impressed by the high goals that all of you all have set for yourselves, and they're achievable and they're attainable. But I was really impressed with it, and it gave me a lot of hope for the future, just like with your cousins and with your other cousin, Mackenzie, who's currently in college. It gives me hope for the future. It might not be a lot of hope outside of what I can directly influence with my family, but it still gives me hope nonetheless. So let's start with this summer. What are your plans and goals, and what are you going to do this summer while you're on break?
My plan or to go back to school and spend some time with my dad.
Mm,
I plan on getting back into piano lessons and eventually bringing my piano back here.
okay,
I also plan on getting back into horseback riding and just a
okay,
little bit. And I also plan on taking some SAT and ACT courses
mm,
and also some Japanese classes.
sure.
I'm very busy.
Oh, good, good. It continues to help you expand your mind. So, equestrian, all right. And so, have you done those classes before? And if you did, how long? And clearly you liked it. So, what was your interaction with it?
So I did. I did it very quickly, maybe a few months, honestly.
Hmm.
But I loved it.
What did you love about it?
Oh, I have been asking people who start training lessons for years before that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I love horses. I
Wow.
love the sport. I love everything about it.
So what?
Said you love the smell.
So yeah. Now, look, I love horses too. Um, maybe I'm sure I don't have as much of a love for horses as you do, but I, I've gone horseback riding a time or two, but that's another story for another time. So those are pretty aggressive goals for the summer, and I think you can do it. Right? You're a very intelligent young lady, very bright, you're killing it, very beautiful. Just the little guys, they'll be there when it's time. So stiff armed, stiff arm, stiff arm, like a football player, like a running back, just running down, trying to get to the goal, hitting the touchdown. Stiff arm them jokers. Don't worry, you'll 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 see in time, right? All right. So the next thing was the next 2 to 5 years. What is it you want to do? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? What do you want to do? Mm,
So I plan on going to university in the state.
okay.
I want to go to college that has a good medical program because I'd like to read. I'd like to do something in the medical field.
Hmm. So specifically,
So currently, specifically plastic surgery,
you want to do plastic surgery?
I would love to do that.
Okay, but specifically what school?
Oh, cool. So this is the highest school that I'd like to go to.
Uh,
Stanford University.
uh,
So do like any school on the West Coast
yeah.
or Baylor. Great program. Great.
Okay. Baylor license.
Yes, I
Oh.
was also born in this.
Yeah, I was about to say Baylor as in Texas, and yes, you clarified that. That's amazing. That'll be. I remember that day. The drinking day. Anyway, another story for another time again. Okay, so that's good. So you want to finish high school, right? And by the time you finish high school, you'll have an associate, and then continue that through two and through a doctoral level, so you can pursue plastic surgery, and maybe it'll change, maybe not, right? Whatever. But like I told you, and like I told your friends the other day, uh, you make sure you chase your dreams because nobody else will, right? That's up to you, not up to anybody else. You got the perfect guidance between your mom and your dad. You got, and it might not seem like it right now, but it's better to have parents who are as involved as they are than to have parents who just let you go. All right. So, as an uncle, I'm just saying that. I understand. I get it. You might feel like you get raw beef from both sides because your parents are highly intelligent, very successful people, and they 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 want the best for you. They want the best for you, and understanding both of their drive and both of their work ethic, they understand what they're instilling in you. So trust the process. It's not going to be easy. We're all human, but they're doing the best they can, and they're actually doing a really good job. You might not know it, but they really, really are. No, it's not. You don't have to cross your fingers on that. I see it. Proof is in the pudding. Look at where you are right now. You know, your mom and I had a conversation, and I was telling her how intelligent you are and mature, and that you will make the decision, the correct decision, and poof, you did it, right? So trust your parents. They, it might not seem like as parents we know much, but we might know a little something of it, just a little bit. So it'll be okay. All right, so that's great. Next 2 to 5 years, university. So what do you want to do with your degree in plastic surgery? And I know the answer is going to be work as a plastic surgeon. But where? Are you going to stay in the States, or do you want to move abroad after having this experience being in Japan? Do you want to start your own practice? What is it you think you want to do with that? And if you don't know, that's fine. It's a cultivating idea that I think you should start coming to like fighting with. All right.
So my plan, yes, I would like to start my own practice. I would also I'd like to start a recovery center as well, connected to my practice.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. Recovery center,
Yes, so
recovery, and
and after you get procedures, you're taken care of properly, so it's not infected and
huh? Okay, so what would that consist of? Kind of like, is it like a short inpatient stay?
yeah.
All right, and so in for a week or two, just to make sure the patient has they understand proper care. Like, explain that to me. That's what I'm asking.
So we can yeah, it's around a week or two, or yeah, around a week or two, maybe a week.
Mhm.
But it's to ensure that the patient is properly taken care of in these times, so so nothing bad happens. So I'm not seafood, and so the best is they get the best result.
Mm. So what all can happen if a person